right, I got the cue. Guys, I hope the conversations went well. I know this is a topic that, is a question, that we have to ask ourselves, who is leading in this relationship, and who is following. And, for me, it's been a chance for me to take a step back in a lot of relationships and to see where Christ is going. And one of them I wanted to share with you guys tonight is one that is something that I shared on Saturday morning, but I think it's something that I want to share with you guys because it really kind of paints a really good picture of what we were trying to talk about tonight. So my brother, John, is 2 years older than me. Great guy. But, growing up, our relationship was probably like most brothers. I mean, we fought a lot, but, it went deeper than that. I don't know where exactly that started, but my guess is it started early on. And, as our relationship, shifted to, us getting older and leaving the house, we stopped talking. And it got to a point where I didn't talk to him in almost a year and a half. And, I'd see him at holidays, and, it would be a struggle just for us to have a conversation. So, when I started my journey last October, one of the things that, God really laid on my heart is, you need to get things right with your brother. And it was a place I did not want to go. Because I was fearful of rejection. I was fearful of a lot of things, but that was probably the biggest thing for me. But I kept hearing God say, you need to go here. This is where I'm going. You need to come with me. And I decided to put those fears aside, and I wrote my brother a letter. And I remember writing the letter, and I remember being like, what do I say? How do I let him know where I'm at and where I want to go without, maybe turning him off or. So I prayed about it, and I put that dependency on God, and the words that went into that letter were just clearly just, hey, I miss you, I love you, and I know you're busy, but if you could find a place, in your life for me, that's where I want to be. And he called me back about a week later. And he told me that letter really made him think. And we got to share, that night and kind of go back and talk about some things. And, it started a series of conversations that we'd have on the phone with each other. And, I'd leave here in the men's group, and I'd just be so excited to tell him about, what God was doing in my life. And I wanted to share that journey with him. And, in a sense, I kind of had an idea where John was with his walk with God, and I knew that he was in a place where he was struggling with surrendering his life over. So here I am, his little brother, being a big brother to him, and I got to share what God was doing in my life, and I was going in conversations and really just letting God lead those conversations. And I got a chance to go up and see him right around Easter time, and I was going to Danielle's, my girlfriend's parents' house in Newport News, and my brother lives there, so we stopped in to see him, and it was nice to see him, and I could tell there was something wrong. And I remember, just realizing that, something about, that situation, God wanted me to come back and talk with him. And I remember telling Danielle, listen, when we get done eating dinner with your parents, I'm going to go back over to my brother's house. And so I went back, and I got a chance to sit down with him, and we had a conversation about God, and we talked about where, he was. And he gave his life over to Christ that night. And the story didn't end there. He started calling me up, and he'd call me in the middle of the day and just blow me away. He'd say, Joe, I want to pray with you. You got a minute? And there's nothing better than, having an opportunity to have that relationship that I never thought was possible with my brother. And, the other amazing thing is how easy it was for me to recognize that now it was time for me to be the little brother again and give him that role back of big brother. So, Guys, if I can just tell you that, you know, there's places that Christ wants to take us, and He wants to restore relationships, and He wants to take you to places you never thought you'd go. But, you know, we got to seek Him out and put our dependency on Him. And I promise you, He'll take you to places you never thought you would be in. So, I thank you guys for tonight and getting the opportunity to share with you some of the things that God's been doing in my life. So, Dave, I know you always like to close things up, so I'm gonna give you that opportunity again.
So nice, man. Appreciate it.